We saw on the news, just like everyone else, where Yellow River Game Ranch was going out, were closing their doors, and we were like, I wonder if we could get General Beauregard Lee, and it was kind of like, nah, we'll never get him. And then we kind of put the word out that we may be interested, and Georgia Department of Natural Resources worked with us, as well as Yellow River Game Ranch, and all of a sudden on January 8th, we had us a groundhog. First of all, you got to figure out something about groundhogs. We didn't know a whole lot about groundhogs. They're not found right in this general area. They're in North Georgia. So we had to educate ourselves on, we had to learn a little bit about them, and then we had to come up with a place to house them. So we had an Eagle Scout had just completed a gopher tortoise exhibit, and we turned it into a groundhog exhibit, and we're going to use it through Groundhog's Day, and then we're going to construct him a really nice exhibit. The house was, it was an old mansion, old antebellum home, so of course it had some work to be done. It just we weren't able to move it, so we said, well, let's just build them a new home. So we started from scratch, so the house is 8 by 8 by 6, a little over 6 foot tall, and super cushy.
And having earned his DWP, Doctorate of Weather Prognostication, Beau could not have found a better place to call his new home. Here at Dauset Trails, he is free from predators, he's got a fancy new home, and there is a ton of stuff to do here.
All of our animals are either injured or orphaned, non-releasable. For whatever reason, they can't be in the wild. Another neat thing about our animals is they're all Georgia natives. So we don't have exotics here. You're not going to come see giraffes. We've got beautiful gardens. Of course, our gardens are this isn't the optimal time of the year to come see our gardens, but you know, beautiful gardens. We've got a barnyard exhibit. At our barnyard, you're going to learn about the production of livestock and a little bit about where our food comes from. I think that's important these days. There's a disconnect between what you're eating and where it came from. And we're doing our part here between Macon and Atlanta, telling kids that a lot of times never leave the city, that our food has to be produced by farmers, and that's what we're doing there. Our period is late 1940s is what we try to shoot for. We've got an old country store. We do make syrup the Saturday before Thanksgiving, grind it with a mule, and show the whole process then. We have blacksmithing demonstrations throughout, I think, several times throughout the year. A lot, depending on weather. If it's 100 degrees, I don't make my guys blacksmith. But we've got chickens, cows, goats, mules, pigs. We are a private nonprofit. We're not a state park. A lot of people think that since Indian Springs is right down the road this way and High Falls is that way, well, we've got to be another state park. We're private nonprofit. As far as us getting Beauregard, we pride ourselves in top-notch exhibits, or the best that we can do. Clean, well cared for animals. Beau's going to be no different. A lot of people are like, well, that's not something that Dauset Trails does. Well, we stuck our necks out, and we're the home of Beau now. So. But he's going to be extremely well taken care of. He is going to be extremely well fed and fat and happy here. So he's going to be a happy groundhog.